Hi, everyone.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome to Needles at the Ready.
Sorry.
I'm Kevin.
I'm Ray.
Today is Saturday, August 21st. It is just about noon here. We are coming to you guys from Stratford, Connecticut, where we live with our lovely dog Tarquin, and where we are expecting a fantastical storm tomorrow.
Weather event.
So as you can see, we are preparing incredibly well for that by
podcasting
our day with you.
Right. No, we did do some preparing, and we have a lot of preparing.
I mean, minimal. Like, if it was...
we planned it out.
If it was an apocalyptic day tomorrow, we would not be prepared.
No, but...
Yeah, true. We'd barely get by.
But we have some time. So,
Correct.
yeah. So, Henri is coming. He'll be here with us. Henri.
I think it's such a weird name.
Well, it's like Henry, but I think it's like
but it's not.
Different pronunciation.
Correct.
Yeah. So he'll be here tomorrow.
Yeah.
And although I thought tropical storms and hurricanes have female names. Did they change that? They must have.
It goes.
Oh yeah,
Hurricane
Andrew. Remember Hurricane Andrew?
But it changes every year. So next year will be all female names.
Gotcha. Okay. I am not a meteorologist.
Neither am I.
No, but we will be reporting on the news. No, on the weather.
No.
In my head.
And
to each other.
So it's funny because we were just talking before we came up here. The town that we live in is under a tropical storm warning.
Yep.
And then the next town over is under a hurricane warning.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we're gonna batten down the fort. We're gonna charge all. We have like some extra like backup batteries and things like that for our devices, so we'll charge all of that stuff. We've secured the outside of the house and like furniture and things like that we have outdoors.
Correct.
Cut the grass, because of course you've got to cut the grass before a hurricane.
For sure. I mean, you don't want that blown away.
No, it's a New England thing. And so yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll keep you posted.
Yeah. So I always forget how this goes. Do we do admin or the last 2 weeks?
No, I think we do like what have you been up to?
All right. What have you been up to?
Me personally.
Us.
Well,
so let's see. I don't know. You go. We just talked about this like an hour ago. Not much, I don't think.
No. So let's see. We podcasted on Sunday last time. It was the end of. It was like right after our 40th, my 40th, like celebratory backyard barbecue thing.
Right.
And the next day. No,
that was a Sunday.
Right. So then that week, I went back to work on Wednesday. I had a couple of days off just to tie up some loose ends. You took that Monday off, which was nice.
Yeah, what did we do that Monday? Nothing?
No, I don't think we did anything.
Probably not.
I think we just hung out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then both of us back to work. Then last weekend, on Saturday, we went and got our haircut.
We did.
And Tarquin went and got hit. We do say all of them. When we tell Tarquin he's going to the groomer, he has a reaction when I tell him or we tell him that he's going to get his hair cut.
I didn't put sugar in my coffee.
But I don't say hair. I tell him that he's getting all of his hairs cut.
Right.
And so we got all of our hairs cuts on our head.
Yep.
And then Tarquin got his nails clipped at the groomers. And then we did Fiber Hustle Bingo.
We did do Fiber Hustle Bingo.
It was Badingo.
Badingo with my mom.
Yes, she came over here this time, and it was like birthday themed. So we had the birthday crown and hats, and we had a balloon behind us, and necklace, and the glow in the dark glasses and bracelets.
Yeah, those were cool.
So that was a really good time.
Yep, we celebrated kind of like everybody's birthday, no matter when you had your birthday.
I won and your mom won. I forgot I won.
You did win.
I won bag by Chip. It's not the basket that you guys are used to seeing on here. It's an actual bag, and it's a Darth Vader one that I've seen before, and I'm so excited to get. And then your mother won. Did she win yarn?
She won the Golden Girls crochet, which I actually have. So I'm curious. Right? Yeah,
it's right here.
So she won. I got this as I don't know if you all remember. For all of you OGs, I had gotten this for a Christmas gift this year or last year from my boss, and I still haven't done any of it. So my mom's getting one as well. She won this.
You guys could do it together.
So we can do it together. I think that'll be really fun. But the cool thing about this is that it gives you enough supplies to make Sophia, and like you can make her, like you'll make her little purse and all that fun stuff. But it's got patterns for all of the Golden Girls, the couch. There's like cheesecake, you know, because they love their midnight cheesecake.
I love cheesecake.
Samesies. So this is Sophia.
She's so
Isn't she cute? So I'm excited. So I think me and my mom. There's Dorothy. I think me and my mom will have a good time doing it together.
I feel like Dorothy's missing shoulder pads.
There's
though.
the cheesecake. Isn't that
I wouldn't
fun?
eat that cheesecake though.
Because it's got cherries on it?
Yeah, I don't like cheesecake with fruit on it.
I like cheesecake with fruit on it.
Well, that's a lie. If it had very fresh fruit, I would. When it has that fruit that's like in a fake sauce, I don't like that. And a lot of that, I think, has to do with working in a restaurant and having their cheesecake, and it has that like goopy gel on it.
Okay.
To keep the
the
fruit fresher, longer.
Yeah, I like fresh fruits.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, my mom won this, and yeah, I think it'll be a fun little thing for us to do together.
So Chip and Aaron, if you guys don't watch Fiber Hustle, you definitely should. Always do
Totally.
a really great job with their bingo. It's a lot of fun.
Oh, boy.
Everybody who shows up is fun. It's a good time.
Yeah, they have like a waiting list, and I think the next one that they're gonna do is the Halloween one.
Probably.
Yeah. So check out their podcast.
Let's make sure we
give
don't
some
say
information.
things that are incorrect.
Yeah, which I do all the time.
What else? So
But people know not to trust me, right? Just kidding.
We did Fiber Hustle Bingo. I think that's about it.
No, we
Then
went
it's
to
we went to Knit New Haven for the shop hop. I-91
Right.
shop
We
hop.
actually did that on Saturday, and Fiber Hustle Bingo was Sunday. So we went to Knit New Haven the day before, because then we showed my mom our purchases, remember?
Are you
100% positive.
I thought, no, I think...
Nope, 100% positive. You can check the receipt. It's still in the bag.
I understand when we went. No, I think Bingo was the same day, though. I think it was that
You're absolutely
yes,
right.
it was. It was
See,
the same
don't
day.
trust me what I say.
Yeah, don't believe him, guys.
Don't believe me.
Anything, ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we did Knit New Haven prior to
My name's
Bingo.
not even Ray.
No, it's not.
No.
We did, Knit New Haven for I-91 shop hop. We got to hang out there for a bit. We got our Haven hot chicken.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about that.
Lovely. And that's why I remember is that we had
right.
all the food, but we were so full from Haven hot chicken that we barely snacked on the stuff.
Yeah, so we make like a little day of it with when we do bingo, especially now that my mom is like into it too. So we'll do like picky foods, and then we have like some
cheese and crackers. Yeah. I bought like mac and cheese to make. That never happened.
No, it didn't happen.
Yeah, so it was a really great day.
It was really fun.
And then we worked all week, and now we are here.
Here we are.
So,
welcome, one and all, to Joker's
Fun House. Right?
Wait, Joker's House of Fun, Mayhem, and Prizes, I think he says. Where's that from? Don't say.
I'd be...
oh, gosh. I'm sorry. I'm a little spastic right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're not having an earthquake as well, guys. That's just
no
him not named Ray knocking the table.
I know. What could my name be? Who do I look like? Comment below. I should change my name.
So I'd be really surprised if anybody got that statement where it was
that
from.
reference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they do, that'd be great.
Yeah. I don't know if I can drink this coffee, but it's okay. I'll make it
work. Okay. So we have...
So that's pretty much it. Let's just jump right into the show, shall we, folks?
Let's do the admin-y stuff.
Let's do some admin-y stuff.
I'm going to jump in with those things that we have.
We have coupon codes. We got a new one, guys.
We do. We have a bunch. So again, like last time, I'm just going to kind of fly through them. Guys, they're right down below.
Yes.
With a link to the shops.
And details of the percentage off and what the code is.
So a lot of these, if you've been here before, you're super familiar with. So we have Naughty Knitting Sacks. Mm-hmm. This is for her Etsy shop, and it is Prickle Pants 15 for 15% off your order. Then we have Trilogy Yarns at trilogyyarn.com.
We have some yarn to show today.
The code is NATR15 for 15% off anything excluding your clubs. Definitely check out her site too. Well, okay. Naughty Knitting Sacks always is having updates. I think I've seen a bunch of her like sewing things.
She just posted something
awesome on Facebook. Trilogy Yarns is having getting rid of a bunch of bases, so there's stuff on sale.
Yeah.
Head on over there. Then we have Knit Swag.
Oh yeah.
Product placement.
Wow, I just grabbed it out of the cabinet. Boom. Our cabinet. We should probably take a picture of our
has 6 Knit
our
Swag
mug
mugs
cabinet
in there
because it's all pretty soon we'll have a whole cabinet full.
All right, so Knit Swag has a website, knitswag.com. The code is Kevin and Ray for 15% off your order.
Yes.
Then we have Ozone Mama, who is a newish dyer here in Connecticut. Amber, she has an Etsy shop. The code is STRAT, FTRAT City 15 for 15% off your order. Then Kitty did bags.
Oh my God, we love.
You've seen
bags.
them, the little bags that turn into bucket bags. Mm-hmm. She's having her end of the summer sale, so this code is good through the end of September 21st.
Right. So
the code is end of summer 10. You get 10% off your order. Then I think this one's new too, right? Is that new?
Last week was last podcast was the first time.
So then we love our
heart.
Lila style bags.
I'm getting much better at making hearts with my hands.
Oh, it's only taken 40 years.
I know, right?
What an accomplishment.
Thank you.
So Lila Styles, we love her bags. You have a coupon code available to you for 10% off your order, and that is LOVE, NATR10. And a new one is...
Oh my gosh, this one's huge.
Yeah. So this code is good until September 10th. So for a fortnight.
For a fortnight.
Wait, a fortnight is September 10th?
Yeah, it's like 2 weeks away. We're at the end of
Shut
August,
up.
aren't we?
Oh my... No, that's more than that.
Maybe September 9th. I don't know.
Okay. So Adore Knits, and that is needles at the ready, and that gets you 30% off your order.
30.
So I was just in their Etsy shop, and they have a bunch of Halloween themed stuff and like fall stuff. So definitely check them out. 30% off your order.
We showed them on the podcast the last time. And
I have them. Wait, I have their Instagram
prepared.
up. I have Instagram up with the page.
Do?
Yeah. So here is
Instagram or Etsy?
Well, I went to their Instagram and then to their Etsy. So here is...
Look at all the fun things.
I'm going to see... Hold on. I wanted to get to some of the Halloween stuff.
So there's going to be an update very soon. Oh my God.
Right?
So
Here's some stitch markers. Snoopy. You have the cauldron. You have a Woodstock, it looks like, on a broom and a witch's hat.
Oh my gosh. Super affordable too, guys.
Look. You have Ghostbusters.
Where?
Right there in the top.
Oh my God.
So, yeah, just tons of great stuff. I mean, currently has like 6 pages of stuff, and there's some bags in here.
Go check it out.
Go check out, please.
Totes. So thank you so much for all of you makers who have created a coupon code for our wonderful
look, they have Star
viewers.
Trek. What? Star Trek Progress Keepers. Oh. Wow, you should go buy some.
I know, I might.
Yeah, and thank you everybody who
all right, put it down.
Goes to check out these sites when we show them.
For sure.
When we, like we said before, when we hear back from the owners of these shops to hear the support that you guys give them, it's really amazing to hear.
Yeah.
So thank you for that. And then we have make-alongs.
We do.
So we have 2.
No.
That's a lie.
Correct.
We have 1.
Right. Boy, we are just lying.
But we have a
left and
giveaway.
right. We have a giveaway. I have a winner chicken dinner.
So our make-along is our Let's Hear It for the Boys, which has about 10 days or 9 days left, whatever. End of the
31st.
month. 31st. It ends. That has been
This
running
may be the last podcast we do before we choose winners.
Okay. So this has been running since June 1st. It's just a podcast to celebrate men in the community.
A knit-along.
A knit-along.
Or a make-along, not a podcast.
A make-along, because
this is a podcast to celebrate knitting and friendship and fun.
So, yeah. So, we have a Ravelry group for it. We will not... You know what? I'm just going to stop.
Yeah. How about I take over? So there's 3 ways to win. We're drawing 3 different winners. One from we have 2 threads in our Ravelry group. We have one is an FO thread. And then we have one that's a chatter thread. And then you can also enter via Instagram. And our hashtag is NATRBoys21.
There we go. All right.
Or is it 2021? The hashtags are down below.
And then lastly, we had hit 10,000 subscribers a month ago. We had opened up a 10,000 subscriber giveaway.
And we extended it by 2 weeks.
And we closed that thread, and we have a winner.
We have a winner chicken dinner. You are our winner, BB Ninja 21. This is Lynn coming from Sacramento, California. Come on down.
That's exactly what I thought. I was like, oh my God, this is Price is Right.
So Lynn, congratulations, you have won.
So reach out to us on either Instagram or Ravelry, and we will get the prize shipped out for you.
We will. And her post said, we had asked the question, what has been your favorite moment of our podcast? And Lynn says, I'm new to your podcast, but I love how you guys interact with each other. One just picks up where the other leaves off. So in tune with each other. In your most recent episode, I cracked up about the 15 inches of sock ribbing and just silently shaking your head. We've gotten so many awesome comments. It's been amazing reading them and sharing memories with each other. A ton of you loved the Halloween episode when Ethel and Carlotta came out to play.
Aunt Carlotta.
Yep, and then they also loved Laura. This is for you. 9-inch circular needles. They love the 9-inch circular needles.
I forgot about that.
Oh, and for Karen, I have 9-inch circular needles for you too. So people like that apparently. And so that was really fun to read all of those.
Yeah, it was a good time. All right. So I think that's all that stuff, right?
I think so.
Anything? I don't think so. I think we're good.
Yeah, it was really awesome. And so I don't know what else to say.
Okay.
But you guys have been amazeballs, and we are very excited to see what the next 10,000 is gonna bring. Can you imagine? Oh my God.
Wow.
We'll be like 80 by the time we get that. But
so, what do you say we talk about some knitting?
What do you say? I think it's great.
I have 0 FOs. But I have 3 whips, 2 of those which are new cast-ons.
Wonderful. You've been a busy beaver. I have 1 FO and 3 whips.
Okay. Ooh, I gotta sneeze, I think.
Nostrovia. There you go. Wonderful.
All right, I think I'm done.
All right.
All right. Why don't you go since you have an FO?
I would love to.
You could just carry the whole episode.
Okay, great. Not like I don't do that anyway. I'm just kidding. I'm only here for the comic relief.
I retire.
Apparently. No, so I think I was close to being done last time I showed this. I cast on this is the Sockhead Slouch Hat by
AKA
Kelly
Panthro.
McClure, aka Panthro colorway.
We didn't look to see if we could find other ones.
No, we didn't, but we totally should. But we shouldn't be spending so much money on yarn. Says no one ever. I knit this out of Malabrigo Macheta in colorway Storm. There you go. It's a free pattern on Ravelry. I show this a lot. This is one of my favorite patterns. It's just so I don't want to say mindless because it is mindless, but it's therapeutic for me. It's nice like knitting therapy. Just go round and around and round and round. You can watch TV and conversations.
You don't talk when you knit.
I can if I knit with somebody who wants to talk to me. You don't ever want to talk to me when I knit. I'm just kidding. I actually did something a little bit different on this one. I did mention this in the last podcast. I knit the these are the right ones. I knit the hat on the 16-inch circular 3.25 millimeter US 3 Knitter's Pride carbons. I wasn't a huge fan of the join, and a lot of you guys had said something very similar. What I did though is because the pattern I believe calls for a 3 millimeter. Because I went up a little bit, I just cast on the smaller size, and I did the ribbing in the smaller numbers.
How many is that?
I don't know. But I then increased to 144 stitches, which is the medium size, adult medium. Mm-hmm. And then I just knit it the rest of the way on the 3.25.
Do you think it's too big doing the 3.25 millimeter needles with that many stitches?
No, not at all. Because I wanted this one to be like super light and airy and slouchy. So I think for this yarn, it worked out really, really well. This is a single ply. You guys probably aren't going to be able to see that. But this is a single ply yarn. And with the larger needles, it creates a very, very like drapey fabric. I really enjoy it. And I think this is going to be really good for like a springtime, early fall hat. It's super slouchy, which I like. I knit it to the pattern. I think it's cool.
Do you know what I think of?
So cool and slouchy.
When I see a slouchy hat.
What?
Do I think of the Seven Dwarves? I think so. I think slouchy hats kind of remind me of Seven Dwarves.
I don't. I think it reminds me of like...
No, I like them.
Yeah, I love them.
It's just for me, I find that they're too loose on my ears. So I wear mine because I have one sockhead slouch that I made.
Yeah, that one is a little bit on the looser side.
It's loose for me.
You might have knit the large on that one.
I did 144.
Maybe did you change needle sizes?
Probably not. I typically follow patterns.
I usually do too.
So I don't know. It's just something about those that
I keep hitting the table.
That they're just like so thin that they don't sit. They just I feel like it constantly like pulls back.
Yeah, I don't have that experience. So for me, this is a perfect hat. I do wear my sock head slouches in the wintertime as well.
Yeah,
like shoveling snow.
You wear yours all the time.
I do. I wear it all the time.
You have 6 now. I think we counted.
I think
5
so.
or 6.
Yeah, maybe even 7. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna do another one too. So I think that's pretty much all I have to say about this.
I was going to ask.
Yeah.
What type of cast on did you use?
Oh, thank you so much. This one I used a
German twisted
cast on.
Good for you.
Super easy, and I actually did that for my socks as well, and I'll show you that in a moment. No, I didn't do a German twisted cast on this one. Remember, I
thought you did.
No, you wanted me to, and then I was so quick to cast. Don't listen to me. I was so quick to cast this on that I was on like, the 4th or 5th row of ribbing, and then Kevin was like, "Oh, I thought you were gonna do a German twisted cast on." I'm like, "Oops, I forgot." So I did not do that on this one, but it's still stretchy enough. Okay.
All right.
That is that. That's my faux show.
That's our only FO in 2 weeks.
FO.
That feels...
Well, you know what? Honestly, I feel like this past week, maybe not the week before, but the past week, there's not been much, like, blocks of knitting time. I feel like it's only been maybe, like, 25 minutes, half an hour here. Tarquin's been very needy the past couple of nights, remember?
Well, not
because I had gone back to work.
Yeah, we think and he has very bad allergies this time of year, and his medication isn't helping. So that's been that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, how about some whips?
I have 3.
I have 3 as well.
Would you like to go?
Sure. I'm going to go with an oldie but goodie. And this, guys, is knitting. I wish it was knitting itself.
I know, right?
This is living in my naughty knitting sacks. The fantastic Prickle Pants bag. Even though there are no pants on here. But that's where it came from. Right?
That's where it came from, yeah. That's the first bag I think that she sent us. Pee-pee.
Shh. If you blink, you missed it.
Well, right, good thing you can go back.
Here we are, y'all. It's back. Guess who's back?
Back again.
Ivan's back.
Tell a friend.
This is my Ivan sweater. Let's pull this pattern up. Let's actually be professionals.
Oh, there you go. Wow, you were quick about pulling that up.
Ivan sweater. This is a Brooklyn tweed pattern by Veronique Avery.
Yep.
I am knitting this on the non-recommended needle sizes. I did go down. I'm using a US 6 and I used a US 5 for my ribbing. And I have previously finished the back panel. Mm-hmm. And the yarn...
I really love how that yarn looks.
That I'm using, this is the Knit Picks.
Yeah. It's
a worsted weight cardigan. So I'm using the Knit Picks Simply Wool Twist.
Simply the best.
This is the Wordsworth and Wanda. So it's the 2 colors.
I don't know if they do that anymore.
I believe they do.
They do?
Yeah. So this is a non-superwash yarn. I'm enjoying the way that it looks. I like the way that this is knitting up. Yeah. So if you remember, I had struggled with what to do because my stitch count or my row count wasn't matching what the pattern was asking.
Yeah.
So I did my decreases here, continued with the decrease, and I got to right here. And I was supposed to knit a certain number of rows. Supposed to knit like 29 rows, and I cut it back to 27 to meet the row gauge.
Yeah.
So I picked it up. I actually think I was just about here when I picked it up. So I've knit a good chunk of it, and where I'm at now is I've done some decreases on this side. Here are my decreases. It's really hard to see them.
I feel like you can see them from the back side.
Yeah, if you look at the back, you can see it actually really. No.
Yeah,
so
here you can.
It's
those are slip stitches.
busy.
It is busy, but it's gonna look so cool when it's done.
So what I've going to do now is I have to start some increases for my armhole again.
Yeah.
And I've been matching this up against the back just to see if my row counts are pretty much the same, and they are. Mm-hmm. So I think I'm going to be okay. I think it's going to be all right.
This is
I
fun.
did measure the back piece, and I don't recall if I said this last time because it's been a while since I've knit on this.
Yeah.
But my back piece is 1.5 inches longer than recommended size. So there's that as well.
Yeah.
But these are, as of right now, they're actually the same length. So everything's working. And like I said, I'm okay if it's a little bit longer than it's supposed to be. So these are on my Chowgu red lace. And this is, so US 6 4mm is what I'm knitting the body on. It recommended a 7. So my gauge is obviously still not enough if my row count, but it's so a lot of the people I've talked to have also said that it's very difficult to get your stitch count and your row count exactly the same, and that your gauge is probably going to change as you knit. You're adding more weight, you're
relaxing
into
it.
Right. You get into a good flow, so maybe you loosen up a little bit.
Yeah.
So I'm okay. I'll figure it out. I would like to have this panel probably done this weekend and cast on the next one, because the cast on is the tubular cast on, which is
tubular 1x1 tubular rib cast on or something.
Yeah, it's a tubular 2x2 cast on. Yeah. I used a straight 6-inch US 4 needle to cast on because it's much easier for me to cast it on straight needles than it is on interchangeables.
Yeah.
So yeah, I really love the pattern. My goal is to, fingers crossed, have this done by Rhinebeck. Fingers crossed it's going to still happen. And have this be my Rhinebeck sweater.
Love it.
But I think it's going to, I just think it's going to be a really great cardigan. I'm going to try to show a picture, and this is another picture of it.
Cool beans.
Yeah, there's no buttons, no pockets, just a good oversized throw on over your current clothes.
And this is a nice fabric. This is going to be a nice fabric to just throw on. It's going to be warm.
Yeah, it's going to be warm. And it was really, really nice fabric when I washed and blocked it, the swatch. So I'm really pleased with the way that it's currently turning out, and now I'm in the right mind frame to continue on.
Yeah, because you loved it. It kind of broke my heart that you had put it in timeout for so long. But
well, sometimes you know what?
Yeah,
sometimes they need to do that. Sometimes you just need to throw your crap in a bag, say you're going away. It's kind of like going away to boarding school. I don't want to see you for a while.
But when you come back, you better have some manners.
Correct.
Yeah. All right. Nice. I mean, I can stay in the same genre because I also worked on my sweater.
Get out of town.
Yeah. I made a lot.
You make me want to have a hot dog.
Real bad. I did a lot of work on this, actually. I'm really proud of myself.
I would say this is probably the pattern or the knit you focused on the most.
Yeah, I definitely did. I feel like I knit on this almost nonstop my last couple of days off, especially. And then, that week I wanted to get to a certain part. This is the Ranger by Jared Flood. It's a textured cardigan. We originally cast this on June 1st, I believe. July 1st.
No, June 1st.
June 1st?
Or if not even May 1st, I think.
No.
Yeah, whenever the
Happy Knits.
Yeah, I feel like it was longer than 2 months. I feel like it went May 1st. I really think it started May 1st.
All right, well, it doesn't matter. It's okay. I've been knitting on this for a very long time.
We both have.
We both have. So, when you last saw this sweater, I had this, just the body panel knit. Like, it's hard to show. I had from here down to the bottom, and then I had the 2 sleeves individually knit. So I knit a ton. I added my sleeves. I'm wondering if you can just like help just hold it.
Yeah, I'm just... Hold on.
This.
I'm just going to pull this yarn a little bit because
Sure.
it's tight.
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
So I added the sleeves, attached the sleeves. I'm going to have to Kitchener these apparently coming up next in the pattern at some point. So, attach the sleeves. This is the... Boy, this is hard to show. This is the front panels here. Like this. It's knit bottom up. The sleeves are knit separately. Everything else is knit in one piece. And now that my sleeves are joined, everything is still going to be knit in one piece, just back and forth, which should be very interesting. We have the yarn is Trilogy Yarns. It's a one-of-a-kind. That it's 100% non-superwash merino, worsted weight. I'm using the recommended needles for the pattern. I did get gauge. I haven't checked my gauge since. But this is a US 8 5mm, and then I believe you go to a US 6 for like the ribbing and different things. So I'm at the point now, which is why I stopped knitting on it, because I didn't know, like there's been a lot of techniques that I had to learn. Like I did a lot of short rows, which I've done short rows in the past, but these are a little bit different how you're picking them up. The decreases were in a weird spot. The pattern itself, like trying to maintain the pattern during all of like the decreases and things. I think it's cool, and it's also like there's a lot of pooling and like separation, but I think where I added the new yarn, it kind of looks like it just looks like it's in like the perfect spot once it's going to be all done, and
it's going to look, what I've really actually enjoyed, because it's going to look different far away. So I love
let's try to open it up all the way so we can kind of like see the whole. Like there's my front panel, the sleeve, this is the back, the other sleeve, and then the front. So that's how the pooling is going to go. It's kind of it's like very camo, right?
Or relish.
So I added an extra cord just so that I can show it in the podcast. It's like the first time that I've opened it up fully. I'll probably try it on. I wanted to get a little bit more knit so that I can try it on. And this is where we're going to see how it goes.
All right, good job.
Thanks. But this is going to be... My sleeve's good, though. It feels good.
Feels good.
I feel like a woman.
Do you?
No. All right, so that's that. Any questions?
No, thank you, though.
Comments, concerns?
Nope.
So, I'm at the point, I don't think I talked about it. I'm at the point where I am decreasing and doing my yoke decreases, which is going to be great. And then after that, I will bind off, and then I will pick up stitches to knit the, like, shawl, like the
shawl collar,
and then the ends, and then there's some collar shaping and different things like that. So it was a lot, so I didn't want to be like stuck in the middle of a row,
That's a lot of knitting. Like you don't think about it, you're it's just a shawl collar, but no, that's like a significant amount of knitting that's involved with that. All right, so
I just drooled everywhere.
Good job.
Thanks.
Up next, this is a new cast on, and this is living in this lovely bag.
It's beautiful.
That was I think gifted to me for my birthday.
Yeah, it's a birthday gift.
The bag is by Longview Creations, so that will be linked below. This is a new shawl.
Oh my gosh, I haven't seen this yarn in the daytime.
And I was looking for another like one skein shawl to knit, and I initially thought, if you remember last episode, I had that fingering weight yarn that I got from Lane and Lotus, and I thought I wanted that to be by itself. So I'd mentioned knitting the lightweight hipster, which is a shawl by Joji Locatelli. This shawl is a one skein shawl. It is knit on US 7s, which is a 4.5 millimeter, which I'm using. And I looked at it again, and then I spoke with Aaron from Fiber Hustle, because he had knit that, and I just wanted to get his take on it, and I decided that it wasn't something I probably wear for myself. So I didn't want to use Lane and Lotus. So I came up to the pantry. I picked out some yarn because I figure I'll just gift this to somebody. So I am using the Downton Abbey March 2021 Upstairs and Downstairs Club. So the main color that I'm using is called Trophy Rose. And here is my progress so far.
Cool.
So it is a really fun just garter stitch shawl. And it has these fun little crisscrosses that you create. This section here is a really quick pattern repeat. So you fly through that pretty quickly.
It looks super complicated.
I actually just ripped out to here on Thursday night. So yesterday I've knit this.
Oh, yeah.
So it's not that bad. Garter stitch, super easy. It has really quick.
Gorgeous, Kev.
Here it is. Guys, it's a mess because I took it out. Don't judge. It actually matches my shirt.
Yeah, it's pretty. You could use that. You should put that on a pin. Just pin it to your shirt and walk out around for the day.
Yeah, so this is a really nice pink color. Mm-hmm. Very tonal. It has some yellows and some greens.
Yeah.
So what I plan on doing, I have to finish the garter section, do another repeat of this, and then one more garter section. For my final garter section of this, I'm going to throw this in. This is the mini that came with this yarn.
What a beautiful color combination.
This one is called Flower Show. So it's just going to pick up the green.
Yeah.
The little green bits that are in this. It's a really fun knit. If you do knit this, I know that people have said when they knit this, their count is off a lot. You just really, really have to read the pattern. I overlooked. I never know what we can say. You know?
Oh, if it's a paid for pattern?
Yeah.
Well, you can talk about one stitch.
Okay. So let's talk about the stitch. I read it as an SSK. It's an SSSK. Mm-hmm. So you have to slip, 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 knit. But other times you're just doing an SSK. So you really just have to pay attention, read it, and follow it. Because when I did I missed the whole SSSK. And my count was off.
Yeah.
I went back, took it out, did it correctly, and my count was correct. So, but that being said, I think I made extra stitches somewhere because I had 2 extra, and that's why I took it out. And I couldn't figure it out. I was taking out like 4 rows at a time to see.
I would have knit them together.
No, and the reason I didn't is
you're
that
a good knitter.
When you get to this section, actually I was showing you guys the back. So this is the front. When you get down to this section, this is like in between these 2 rows, there's some lace detail here. So a lot of yarn over work.
Oh, yeah.
That if your count's wrong,
yeah,
the placement of this is going to be incorrect. So that's why I didn't want to just do my decreases and call it a day. But
that's going to be beautiful.
Really quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is another...
I think you chose a great springtime shawl, right? With the colors, like an Easter shawl or something like that.
We have all this yarn, and this is something, I think that as knitters that we run into is that we love yarn.
Yeah.
So we buy it, and we buy one skein.
Right.
So it's really hard to do stuff with one skein sometimes.
Right.
I think that's why shawls are really great, because a lot of shawls use multiple colors, or if you can find a way to use multiple colors. But if you can find that one skein, one to kind of just knit up and use one, that's great. So I think this will be a good one.
Yeah.
And I think I'll do that, is maybe always have a one skein shawl. I love schlankets though. And that's why I decided that I wouldn't wear this, and I didn't want to use the Lane and Lotus because I really like a bigger shawl. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't wear this during the summertime. So
yeah,
I just think it would be a good little gift knit. So,
agreed. And if you're looking for some more ideas for like a one skein project, Caleb over at Drowning in Yarn has a like one skein wonders video, which is really cool. I don't know if he talks about the hipster, but there were 2 one skein shawls that he talks about, which look really cool.
Yeah, and speaking of him, watched his fiber chats with Irina.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
So check that out too. It was such a good one. That was so much of what he said in there just
Resonated with us.
with
Yeah,
us.
I agree. Yeah, totally.
So that is my second whip.
Wonderful, wonderful. I have, I'll show one more. I have two more, so I'll show you both. But this is living in my favorite bag, my Lila Styles bag. Oh, it's so good.
Do you think that that's your favorite bag, or do you think every new bag is your favorite bag?
Well, I think it's going to be very hard to
I totally agree
this
with that.
bag.
I agree with that.
This is like my nostalgia childhood brings me peace. It's a freaking amazing bag. So these are the DK socks that I showed you last time. I knit the one. I showed this finished sock last.
What yarn is that?
This is Lane and Lotus. I'll show you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. So I had every intention of finishing the second sock.
Oh.
Yeah.
I forgot about this.
So I started. Well, here, let me tell you a little bit about what I'm doing here, okay? So. Oh, I didn't bring the baggie up, but that's okay. I am using. Here's what I have. I'll show you on the magic loop. Magic loop. Magic loop. No. Some people want it to be a thing.
I don't know that that's a thing.
I don't think it's a thing either, but it's fun to say. Magic loop. This is Lane and Lotus. It is Gravel Road by Lane and Lotus. Can you guys see that? It's probably a little washed out. We have that linked down below. We got this over at U&U Fiber. U&U. U&U.
Yeah.
Yeah. What am I
when
talking
we
about?
did our shop
That's what I'm talking about, yes. And I'm holding Nitpick Stroll in Rainstorm Heather double for my heels, toes, and cuffs. Here and here and here. I knit these on 10-inch circulars, the Knitter's Pride Dreams. Y'all, during bingo, look what happened. Oh, that's a picture. I don't know if you guys can see this. Look, my needle broke. Oh my goodness. I was like, what the hell do I do? Look what happened. So the needle completely came off the cord, and it was like frayed on the inside. So I got these from Webb's. I contacted Webb's just to let them know via email because it was like a Saturday or Sunday whenever we did the Fiber Hustle Bingo. I got a response right away. There's a lifetime warranty on any of their Knitter's Pride things. So they sent me a replacement, like no questions asked, just wanted to know what my address was. And so they just came yesterday. So the whole process, it probably took about 5 days or so.
You emailed them on Saturday. They had already closed, so you heard back on Monday, and you got that on Friday.
Yeah. So really quick turnaround. So I'm going to put the socks back on this and try again. I'm a little hesitant because I'm so afraid it's going to happen again. If it does, these will not be the needles for me. But I totally enjoyed knitting on the 10-inch circulars. I thought it was very smooth. I had more of the needle to hold on to. 9-inch circulars don't bother me so much. Obviously, like with the small needles, I still feel like I can go pretty fast. But the 10 inches, I feel like I go even faster.
For me, with the 9-inch circulars, I feel like it's really hard until you get a good inch of your ribbing done, because then you have more of your knitting to hold on to.
Sure.
So it's a little finicky until that point.
Yeah. So I tried to fix it, but I had dropped a stitch, and I thought I fixed it, but I have a funky stitch here where it was dropped. Where I broke my needles.
Oh.
I think it's just a looser stitch. So I might be able to tighten that up there, because it's not frayed or anything like that. It doesn't look like a drop stitch. It just looks like a bigger stitch. So I'm gonna fix that, after. But you may absolutely, totes.
Thanks.
Goats. You're welcome. But what else can I tell you? So this
No, it's just
pattern,
a larger stitch.
I think it's just a larger stitch too, so I can tighten that up, I'm sure. Yeah. So the pattern I'm using is by Klune. This is the DK Weight Vanilla Socks. It's a free pattern on Ravelry. It was her way of saying thank you for all of the support, and a lot of people are jumping on the DK sock train, which choo-choo, I am all aboard for that. So I can't wait to get these done so that I can do some more DK socks, because I thought it was really, really fun. I'm hoping... Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say I'm hoping that those 10-inch circulars work out for me, but look what I have this in. And somebody asked what I didn't say.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised you didn't say that, because it's not offensive.
I was going to say ball sack.
But that's what it is.
Well, it's a yarn condom, ball sack. Cake.
Yarn koozie.
Yarn koozie. I think that's the proper term. But that's where I caught myself. Anywho, I love this. So I want to get these done so I can put another project in this bag, and I'm going to use this bag all the time.
Okay.
I would like to have a project in this bag at all times. So I think that's pretty much what I did. Sorry. So I did the 48 stitches on a US 3. No. Yes. No. Oh, yes. US 3, 3.25 millimeter needle. That's the same needle size as my sockhead slouch. Would you look at that?
Huh. Who would have thunk?
Who would have thunk? Boy, it's like a Knitter's Pride fiesta over here.
I mean, Knitter's Pride are great needles.
They are great needles. They're
affordable.
Yeah, I think... Actually, I wonder how much these were. It doesn't say. I think they're like $10.
No, I think they're cheap.
Maybe cheaper than that.
Because I don't know. I feel like when I was needle shopping for my first set of interchangeables, the Knitter's Pride Dreams they're the set that I bought. They were the cheapest ones. They were definitely under $100, maybe more around like $70 to $80 if I'm not mistaken. Where you're looking at Addies, and Addies are well over $100. So are Hayas, and Chowgoos are somewhere
Chowgoos
around
were
there.
like you can get a good deal on Chowgoos sometimes.
Yeah. But I think Knitter's Pride is a really good starter set, because wood's a good one I think to start with, because if you're a tight knitter or you're a loose knitter, I think it just helps you. I think wood's a good starting type of needle.
These were wood, and I was surprised because I've always used metal, because I used the Chowgoo 9-inch circulars, and I thought these would be an issue, like getting stuck and like snagging it and stuff. But it wasn't. It felt pretty smooth. But I'm hoping that it's not my technique that's causing the needle to break.
No,
like if I'm too rough on it or something.
So interestingly, speaking of needles and materials that they're made of, so we had mentioned last time that we've been watching the Andrea Mowry I'll Knit If I Want To. In one of the episodes, and I don't know if you saw it or if I watched it like when you went to bed, she had talked about gauge and how the type of needle that you use could affect your gauge. So if you're finding that you're really, like, I don't know, loose, it was like try a wood needle. Or if you're really tight, go to a metal needle, because the metal needle is going to allow you to just slide off. Yeah. So sometimes it could just be as simple as changing the material, the type of material your needle's made of, switching that, and your gauge could kind of fix itself.
Yeah.
All right. My last whip. This is living.
Oh, I love these bags.
This Yarn Creative bag. We showed this last week.
These are gorgeous.
With the pockets.
We do have one as a prize, so we've got to find a cool giveaway.
Like, boom.
I know.
Drawstring. You could fit a small dog in here, actually.
Well, wait till you see what we have coming up.
We have a small dog?
No, we have a gigantic Santa sack of gifts.
So this is another new cast on. So let's just show the pattern first. This is another Stephen West shawl.
Who?
Stephen West, if you haven't
I've never heard
from
of him.
No. This is the Pierre shawl. It is a DK weight shawl.
Cool.
It is using 4 colors. I'm going to try to...
Well, there we go.
Hold on.
Those colors are very similar, so it might be hard to
so in this
them.
picture, when he knit it, it's very much a fade.
Yeah. Really pretty.
Yeah, I'm going to see.
Ooh, that's beautiful.
Yeah. Hold on,
It's like it is a fade. How he knit it. Yeah.
So I did not do that. I kind of did, but didn't. Two of my colors are very similar. So this is part acquisition as well. So if you guys know, during our I-91 shop hop, pretty much, I got obsessed with Madeline Tosh, and I bought a bunch of it. But
Wow, look at the twist on that.
It's called Madeline Tosh Farm Twist.
Whoa, it looks farmy.
I was just missing one of the colors that I kind of wanted for this. I didn't feel like I had them, and I don't think I have any more up there. No. So I bought one skein while we were at New Haven last weekend to kind of complete the collection to make it. And I posted a picture of this on, I think, my Instagram account. And here are my colors. So we have these two. This...
Ooh, hi.
And I thought it was going to be more fadey-like, but this one's very deceiving. Here's going to be color number 3. And then this is going to be number 4, the darker color. So I feel like it's going to do what I wanted, but not as much as I thought it was. So I am currently on section 4 of 10. This is knit on a US 8 5mm. I'm using my Knitter's Pride Mindful collection that Ray bought for me for my birthday.
Your birthday.
And here is
Happy birthday to
where I am so far.
I think this is cool.
So this is section...
This I love.
This border is freaking fantastic.
Yeah.
This was a bizatch to do though. Like,
it's super cool.
this was very difficult to get done. But I'm love the way that it's turning out.
Is this a reverse or a
No. So here, I'm going to show the border. I'm going to move this up just so you guys could see. So this is section 1 here. Section 2 is here. Then we have section 3, which you can't really see.
You can kind of see here.
Yeah, you can sort of see, but and I'm on section 4, which is where I've added this color. I'm only like 4 or 5 rows in. So you can see it's a little bit different.
It's definitely different.
There's a little bit
more variegation.
Yeah, more variegation. There's more gray in this too. There's some gray, some different colors. So I'm hoping that you'll see it a little bit better.
Yeah, it's going to be neat.
But
that'll look like a fade almost. For sure.
It's going to go, these two colors are combined.
Yep.
For this section 4 and 5, I think. And then I want to say you drop it and use this for a bit. So we'll see. We will see. So let's talk about the yarn. It is the Madeline Tosh Farm Twist. I have it in colorways. I will know them when I see them. So this is Red Fox.
Beautiful.
This one is
Modern Fair Isle.
Yes, Modern Fair Isle. Mm-hmm. This one is Rye Bourbon. And then this one is Coffee Grounds.
Yes.
So
these two I love together.
Yes, yeah, I do. And that's why I picked this one. Because it has that little hint.
So these will be all these will be your colors together.
Right, in this way.
Yeah, totally.
Which I totally see it. I think it works. I just don't think this one here has as much of that orange and kind of gold in it that I thought it was going to.
It might. I mean, there's some darker pieces there.
So we'll see. I'm still going to love it. I love the fabric that this is making. Yeah. This yarn has
is gorgeous.
Been a pleasure to knit with.
Yeah.
I love everything about this yarn. I really, really love this color. So what I'm going to do is each of these skeins are 225 yards, and I believe it runs about 187 yards of each color.
Oh, great.
Is what
so
it
you'll
calls
have enough.
for. I'm going to do a hat out of these.
Yeah.
I'm going to do a lisle cap.
Beautiful.
A striped lisle cap with these colors when I'm done. Just so I could use it up. And I'm excited because that means I've used, with the two new shawls, that's 5 skeins of yarn out of the pantry.
That's amazing.
So that's really nice. And that's kind of what I want to do, is just have some projects on the needles, even if it takes me 5,000 years to do this. But I really love this. It's a really easy pattern so far.
Do you find it difficult to be knitting on 2 different shawls at one time?
No, so the hoagie shawl, I do find that I need to look at the pattern quite often. Well, no, that's a lie too. So in the garter section, I don't, right? But when I get to the lace section, I do. I feel like... And I just worked that at one time.
Are you using a chart for the lace section?
Or no, there is a chart and written instructions. I use the written instructions for it. It's just easier for me to follow.
Yeah.
So that one, I would always knit 2 rows at a time. So if I had to step away, I would make sure I finished the wrong side.
Pitter patter of little feetsies.
Hey, Bugs. What's up?
Hi, handsome.
I know, you're kind of like right on time.
You are.
But yeah, this is really, really good. And I did see that Stephen West will start talking about the MCAL.
Yeah, are you going to do it this
year?
year?
September 1st is when information will start coming out about the MCAL. And I will totally do it this year.
What's he into right now that he might incorporate into that?
You know what? He's actually, a lot of stuff lately has been brioche.
Bubbles and brioche. Bubbles and brioche. He has been doing those bubble
But he's done
stitches.
bubbles before. I don't know, but
didn't he just put out that sweater, that bubble?
Yeah, a lot of bubbles, but I feel like he wouldn't. I don't think he's going to do bubbles because everything's been bubbles lately. What happens is he releases that pattern, and then like last year, I thought like a bunch of similar
for Slip
stuff.
Stravaganza, like that middle section with the bricks. The color block kind of things that he turned into a bunch of different things.
Right. So I think it'll be something similar to that. So I think I don't think it's going to be bubbles. And
it makes me nervous now. I won't be
surprised that there's brioche, but his shawl that just came out like yesterday is easy brioche. So maybe, or beginner brioche.
I may try it if there's beginner brioche, but if you need to be a brioche barista, then I'm not going to be able to do it.
And that's all my knitting.
Okay, I have one more whip. Tarquin's sleeping right next to it, so I may wake him up. Let me see if I can be quiet. He didn't even look up. Okay, this has been hanging out for a little while as well, but the good news is you all can be knitting this too. This is Maxim Sears Opus. Beauty. Oh, that's the chart. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna get fired. This is the color. The pictures are much better. Like the colors that you can really see the colors on his pictures on Instagram and on Ravelry. This pattern is linked down below. I believe. Oh yeah, he's having a knit along right now for this, and you can go ahead and join in the fun on. I believe it's Instagram and Ravelry.
Yes.
But I made some progress, not as much as I wanted to. Obviously, I wanted to get this done, but I've like knit. I knit a lot on my sweater, and my attention span is just not where it should be. But it doesn't matter, because who cares? It's my knitting, right? So this is where I was last time. I knit about 4 inches or so here. I have one of these sections left to go, plus another half of a section.
Oh, so you're almost done.
I will be almost done, and then I'll do a I-cord bind off in like different colors, which will be interesting.
Oh, that's
so
fun.
You'll see how it goes. But this is the Opus shawl. It's really a beautiful shawl, and I know you guys are probably tired of seeing it, but I love it. It's very graphic. It's very fun that the alternating rows and then the columns stay the same, but they're broken up by this beautiful little pop of an accent color. I'm using Wolcott yarns in their Opus base, which is where the name came from, because this was the yarn that Max actually used. It's the first time I think I'm using recommended like yarn with the project, which is kind of cool. This is 70% Falkland Merino and 30% baby alpaca. It also says 100% awesome. There are the deets, the green, which I'm almost ready for my second.
I'm surprised you're not in your
Me
second.
too.
I swore Max said he used almost 2 full skeins.
I don't know. Am I doing something wrong?
Maybe.
I hope not. I might be. Who knows? Probably am. But that is ivy. That green that runs all the way through. You will need 2 skeins of that color, whatever you decide to do for those vertical stripes. This is gray. I'll wait for you to be done. Do you have one more yarn in you, or are you good?
I don't know.
Okay.
Go ahead.
We have gray here, and this darker gray is Castle Rock, and then this accent color here is plum. It might be kind of hard to see, but you can see it's a nice deep plum color. So that's that. I think it's going to be really awesome. It's super squishy.
It is very squishy. It's going to be very warm.
It's going to be so warm. I think it's going to look really, really cool. I would love a cardigan out of this, like this pattern. So if you want to knit me one.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That would be great. Or Max, if you want to design a cardigan with this pattern.
I could barely finish my own cardigan. You want me to knit you one?
Yeah. So another cool thing about this is that as you're slipping the stitches and creating that like I-cord border along the sides, it's alternating colors. Isn't that neat?
Would you do a full cardigan in this pattern or just the front panels?
Oh, I personally wouldn't knit it like this. But if somebody wants to knit it for me, that would be fantastic.
But imagine like the back just being one color and then the front panels that pattern.
That would be neat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Talk to Max. Convince him to knit me one. So that's the Opus shawl. It's been really fun, and I was lucky enough to test knit that, but of course I fail as a test knitter. So that was my very first test knit. Max said test knits are supposed to be fun, so it was fun. I did put some pressure on myself towards the end, but I don't think I needed to. So it'll be done when it's done, but I am almost done with it. I'm pretty close. Right, Tark? Oh my gosh, you look very weird right now.
What?
His ears look, they're like half up.
Hi, bud.
You look like an alien.
He does not look like an alien.
He kind of looks like an alien.
He's cute. All right, let's so that's it for the knitting. Now let's talk about some outpost.
Okay.
And some acquisitions or pantry restock.
Yes, pantry restock and yarn piggery.
All right. No, there actually hasn't been. What do I have over here? I don't know what's.
We filled up a freaking bag over at Knit New Haven. I'm relaxed. I'm just stating the truth.
Oops. All right, so let's do some owl post.
Owl post. All right. I'm not going to take this out of the package. I'm going to show this one first because I want to give a little shout out. Okay, guys. Well, I'll go first. So, Kevin showed this last time. I got a package from Amanda over at Amanda Knits with the Bobby's Rust Bucket month 1 subscription for the whatchamacallits.
Did I not bring that up? Did you bring the thing up?
What?
The big.
I did.
Okay, good.
Why,
Sorry.
did you need something?
Nope.
Oh. So yeah, what is it called?
Supernatural.
Supernatural.
Or Supernatural Club.
So
it's
she
a
sent me one
club.
too. So Amanda, thank you so much. So
and that's
nice.
such a good color. It's
I know.
disgusting.
I feel like I can use this in so many different things. It's beautiful. She's a very, very talented dyer. She's very meticulous, and I love that she also talks about her process.
Yes,
which,
that's very cool.
Yeah, and her clubs, when you join them, she includes so many extras. I don't even know how she keeps the price the way that it is, because like there's stickers and pins, a story, printed beautiful things. She's very, very talented. So Amanda, thank you so much if you're watching. Really appreciate it.
All right, I'll go next.
Sure.
All right, so this is from a viewer who sent us thought it would be fun to include this in some Let's Hear It for the Boys prizes. So this, both of these are male dyers. The first one's Willy Nilly Knits, and he has a service too where he'll cake it up. So it was caked up. This is called Thunderstorm. It's 100% superwash merino worsted, 218 yards.
It's pretty.
Yeah, it's a fun color.
Totally.
I feel like it's a thunderstorm with a unicorn flying through it.
Yeah.
Right?
And then like a rainbow riding the back end.
Well, that's why I'm thinking a unicorn.
Yeah.
And then this is Knitting
It's
Wolf.
like wolf. Yep.
This is called Pewter Wolf, and it is
100%, 17
10
micron.
micron superwash merino, 210 yards. So this is a very beautiful tonal gray, really, really pretty, and it has this little light bulb stitch marker and a little wolf on it, which is cute.
Very cute. Both of those shops will be linked down below.
Yep.
One of them, shoot, I can't remember which one when I was looking at them this morning, to make sure that they had like websites and stuff. One of them does like body, like lotions and like body butter and stuff. Yeah, cool.
All right, you up next?
Well, when we were at Knit New Haven, I only have this as it wasn't sent to us as Owl Post. It was hand delivered.
Correct.
To us. So it's like Errol came and handed us
who?
Some yarn.
Oh,
Errol?
yeah.
When we were over at Knit New Haven, we have talked about her before because I can't seem to not buy her yarn. This is Laura over at the Knittin' Word here, and we'll have her link down below as well. She's working on her shop, but right now she's got like a blog style and a place for her to start putting her yarns, but she's exclusively selling her yarns right now through Knit New Haven. She was so kind, and we walked in and she says, oh my gosh, I've been meaning to give this to you guys. I want to donate 4 skeins of yarn, 2 for you and 2 for the podcast. And I thought that was so awesome. This is on one of her new bases. This is her Aran Weight yarn. It's her Zemin.
No.
Shoot. We asked her. Zemina?
No, it's definitely not Zemina.
Zemina.
Just stop.
Zemina. So this is a 3-ply Aran Weight, 80% superwash merino, 10% cashmere, 10% nylon. I love this. It's going to be very difficult. We got to choose 4 colors, and we did. But I don't know which ones to keep and which ones to give away, because I do want to knit with them. It's 181 yards. Sorry, I should have totally said this. So this colorway is called Awful.
This one is called Y.
These are good together.
That's why those two were picked. And then this one is called Traditional Values. And that's called
Odelay. Odeloo. No?
Yeah.
How fun.
So we're going to be using 2 of those for a giveaway. We'll be keeping 2 so we can knit with them. Mm-hmm. And then...
and she also has a new sparkle base.
She does.
So she's definitely one to look up.
Out.
Yeah, keep an eye. Ooh, excuse me. I don't know what happened there. I had like the half hiccups. Yeah, follow her on Instagram. Keep an eye when she posts her things. You can always I don't know if Knit New Haven ships their yarn, but
so let's not speak of things that we don't
know. No, but you can definitely reach out to Linda or Laura over at Knit New Haven and ask, or if you're interested, and you can kind of, I'm sure they can work something out.
Truth.
Yeah.
All right.
So that was amazing. So thank you so much. That really made
next up
our day.
Was exciting. I actually have to reach out to him. I forgot to send him a message.
You did?
Yeah.
That's rude.
I know. Jeez. Don't know what's wrong with you.
Me? Listen, I can't do everything around here.
Look, so after previous episode, we got a nice little package in the mail from Elijah.
Little?
Well, you know what
Beautiful.
I mean. From
Huge.
Fancy Boy Designs. Guys.
I know. You got your yoga sloth.
Got a yoga sloth. Look at him. He's so stinking cute. Oh my gosh. All right. Not only that. Grogu.
Grogu. Says this is my good side. Isn't that cute?
And then we have one for a
For
giveaway.
you.
Pearl, garter, slip stitch.
Isn't it amazing? He is so talented.
I love his bag.
Me too.
This is.
And I love how he like.
You know who has a good
chooses-
bag out right now? Laura on Knit for Brains.
She does.
I know. I'm gonna look at it. Go
Yeah.
ahead. Please continue here. Full talk.
Okay, so this is Fancy Boy Designs. He's linked down below. We showed his bag. One of his bags is going the sloth bag. Another one of these guys is gonna be included in our Let's Hear It for the Boys giveaway, along with 2 skeins of yarn. So definitely check him out. He was so kind and so generous. Thank you so much. You did not
all the
have
makers
to do that.
really were.
Yeah.
So
And so what we'll
everybody
do,
is.
maybe we'll we've got a couple of bags now that have been donated to the podcast. It would be really cool to do like another nice like big giveaway. We'll have to figure something out.
Well, we'll do some. No, we'll save them for our upcoming
Okay.
knit-alongs that we're gonna
All
do.
right.
In
And
like
then stay
September,
tuned.
October.
Yeah, stay tuned for we might do something like off the cusp.
Oh, are we?
Yeah, who knows?
I see. We don't speak to each other. He's probably just gonna mention something.
It just came to my dome today.
All right.
Just right now.
So, speaking of Laura, Knit for Brains.
Oh my
guys,
god, I didn't see this one.
Right?
Is she sold out? She's probably sold out.
Hocus Pocus. It's super cute.
Is she on the vacuum?
Oh, is she?
I don't know. I'm asking.
I'm trying to see. Yes,
She
she's on
is?
a vacuum.
Shut up.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. So moving on.
I
I
want to
think
order one
is
right
this
now.
our last owl post? Here.
Yes.
All right. All right. So this again, y'all.
So I ordered
Everybody-
another bag from Lila Styles. Well, that's not true. If you all remember, this bag I had ordered, and then our wonderful friend sent it to me for my birthday, or had Lila Styles send me this bag. And so we were talking, and she had an update, 90s update, and I asked for her not to refund me my money, just send me, keep it, send me another bag or whatever. And look what we chose. And we just saw a picture of like the fabrics, right? But I can't even put it into words.
Boom.
What?
Buffy. And it has everybody on there.
Everybody is here.
Like,
Go ahead.
so we have
I didn't take it out of the
no.
thing.
Faith. Oh wait. There's only one person missing.
Who?
Kendra. Joyce. R.I.P.
Kendra
Willow.
was only in for a season though, unfortunately.
We have Buffy, like season 1-ish Buffy, I think. Actually, I think this is the picture when she fought the maybe Master Spike.
She might be fighting the master because she's wearing the... No, her hair was different.
Yeah, her hair was
Yeah.
up in a ponytail and curly.
Yeah.
Cordelia, Giles. Oh no, it's missing like this is fantastic, but
Fantastic is an understatement.
oh, and then
I know. You're gonna open it. You can't have that. That's all mine. I'm just kidding. We can share. Look
So
how
we're-
cute. So she also sells these little like notions cases and like some notions on her shop as well. And so she sent Dobby with a tape measure, like your little tape measure holder.
and then Dobby with the little
And look, it's a stork.
stork scissors.
I've always wanted stork scissors, so you probably don't know this when you sent it. But when I learned to crochet, I watched Coco Knits? No. Shit.
Dahlia.
No. Bella Coco on YouTube. She taught me personally, she taught me how to crochet. And she always had these really fun, like, stork-looking scissors. And I always wanted a pair. And I was like, oh, I can't buy those. So I feel like this is, like, full circle. This is so amazing.
Look,
So thank you so much.
the pool.
What?
His vampire teeth.
No way.
Yep, let's hold it. Show it for
Oh,
the...
yeah.
Super cute.
Super cute.
And then it came with the thing.
The pull?
The pull.
Wristlet?
Wristlet. And some tea.
I might just wear a wristlet by itself. Why can't we?
Oh, Asian Pear Harmony, which we've had before. It's super good.
delish. Totes.
And a little cute sticker.
Yeah.
That's adorbs.
You think this could just be a bracelet, another bracelet?
No, but you could put it on your keys. Doesn't it remind you of the show? Remember? The jingle?
What show was that?
See?
You're right.
We'll talk about that in a minute.
All right.
All right. And then, so along with the bag, she sent us a little gift.
These are not available in her shop, so maybe we shouldn't show them. But let's show them.
She typically has similar looking.
She will have
things,
something
though.
similar.
Oh, we do have one more owl post though.
We do?
Yeah. That I asked if you brought it up. Guys,
Her daughter
adorable.
thought of us and said she wanted us to have these bags so that we can, because we take the dog for a WALK a lot of times together. And I'm on leash duty and Kevin's on poop duty. So he's got the poop bags. So we can like walk and knit while we're walking the dog. She thought, is that not cute? Yeah, and they came with... I know, I can't. I feel like we're going off... We're probably not even talking to anybody anymore coherently. We're just showing things. It's like Christmas morning.
Well, no, you were speaking, and I thought that I
was, but I was just kind of mumbling.
That I could continue to... No, you were talking about the thing.
So my bag is like a leather... I don't think it's real leather. It can't be, but it feels like real leather. So maybe it is. It's beautiful. It's embroidered. Kevin's has like this velvety...
Yeah, mine's like a velvety velour.
Velour.
It's beautiful.
Wonderful stuff.
Like...
Thank you.
And the embroidery on this is so amazing.
Yeah.
Like, look at the line.
I know. So
good.
Check out Lila Styles. She's linked down below. Her shop, the update, I'm not sure exactly when it's happening, but we have the coupon code, so please use the coupon code and stalk her shop. Amazing things. It's been great too, because a lot of you bought
that one,
this bag, the He-Man bag. I call it the He-Man bag, but the 80s bag, and some other fun things, and been tagging us in it, and it's been really cool to see that.
Who else did we see though? I saw the Fancy Boy Designs. I saw the yoga bag.
Oh yeah,
I saw another bag just recently.
I love
too.
being tagged in things like that.
I know,
think
me
that's
too.
So cute.
It's actually really It's one of the. I love it, but one of the downfalls of us is sharing an account is that if we look at it at different times, one of us misses it. But no, I love seeing it. Do you have the TMT bag, or did I leave it downstairs?
You must have left it downstairs.
Let me go get it.
Okay. We have one more owl post to show, and this comes from a really good friend of ours. So we'll I'll wait for Kevin to go ahead and show that. Well, meanwhile, I can probably clean up just a little bit, but I'll show you one of my acquisitions here. One of my break in the bank pantry restock. So I talked about this last time. Trilogy Yarns, we love. Nancy is one of our favorite people in the world. I was going to talk about this, but do you want to talk? We can probably talk about that first.
Yeah. All right. So this bag came in yesterday. Our friend Todd Michael Thomas.
This isn't even a bag.
It's a. What did you call it? You said it was a Santa
It's
sack.
Santa sack.
So our friend Todd Michael Thomas has recently started sewing over the last several months and making
sewing.
bags.
Holy cow!
And he doesn't have an Etsy shop right now. It's just word of mouth. But look at this huge bag with two huge front pockets, and like guys,
I love the colors. This is so
very
perfect.
Autumnal,
Totally.
right?
It's like a canvas bottom.
Yeah, like
it's beautiful.
Is it canvas or linen? Maybe canvas or linen.
Oh, I don't know.
And then the inside, this beautiful
Falling
fall
leaves.
fabric. Such a good job. Nice big rope drawstring. So
it doesn't look like,
like
I feel like it would, if Santa Claus came out in the fall, he would take this bag with him.
his showing is so
Todd,
good.
honest to God, and he just started.
Right, he just started over the last several months. You totally would not know.
No, look how straight everything is.
Here's the bottom of the bag. Yeah, it's a really great size.
Really
this will
great.
fit every project that you need. This could actually be...
Oh my gosh, we can bring that to Rhinebeck and put all of our projects, like if we're going to be knitting. Are you going to knit at Rhinebeck? Do people knit at Rhinebeck? I'm sure.
Guys, you knit at Rhinebeck.
While you're walking around?
Do you knit?
Maybe I'll bring this bag and walk around and knit.
On your 10-inch or 9-inch circular needles? Mm-hmm. Good for you. I don't do that. I wouldn't do that, I don't think. I wouldn't knit and walk, I don't think.
No?
No.
I feel like I'm just going to be like... Anyway, doesn't matter.
Okay.
But
beautiful bag. So thank you, Todd Michael Thomas.
Yes, amazing.
He can't be Todd. He's always Todd Michael Thomas.
I know.
He's a full name person. You know?
Yes, I think
it's not a one,
because
first
he's a
name or
presence,
last name.
right? So
he's a Todd Michael Thomas.
Yeah, totally. So, like Kevin said, he's not
on Etsy. So just hit him up on Instagram if you want a bag.
Yeah, what's his Instagram on? Because I thought it was different.
It is different. We'll find it and we'll put it below.
Okay.
And that was it for Owl Post.
That's it for Owl Post. So we'll go back to Pantry Restock. I was just talking about Nancy over at Trilogy Yarns. This, if y'all remember, I was part of her Happy Hour Club. She has 3 clubs going on. There's the Happy Hour Club. There's the Princess Bride Sock
She has 4
Club.
clubs.
Oh, yeah, she's 4 now.
Yeah.
Wow, she's a busy... How does she do it? So, Princess Bride Sock Club, Happy Hour Club, Discovery of Witches, and that book.
Pride and Prejudice.
Pride and Prejudice. I was part of her Happy Hour Club, and I saw a lot of her Princess Bride Sock Club, like colorways and people knitting with them, and I'm a sucker for a mini with a
sock kit.
Yeah, sock kit. Thank you. Am I going too slow? I feel like you're rushing me. Are you hungry?
No. Actually, no.
Okay. So look what I got. Wait, did everybody get theirs? Shoot. Probably. Hopefully.
Yeah,
this came a little while
came
ago.
last weekend.
Yeah. Okay, great. So this is Trilogy Yarn sock set. It is in her 80% superwash merino, 20% nylon. It is 400 yards in the full skein, 100 yards, 20 grams in the mini. And the colorway name is When I Was Your Age, Television Was Called Books. And that is a quote by the grandpa.
Which I just watched that movie yesterday.
Mm-hmm. But how awesome are these colors?
Yeah, it's a good color.
Isn't that good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really love that.
Me too, that pop
there.
Yeah, orange.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like a orangey
Beautiful.
salmon
color.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I see too. So anyway, if you're into it, jump into one of her clubs. She's got a little something for everybody. So that was one of mine.
All right. So one of mine was when we were at Knit New Haven last week.
The rest is what I got from Knit New Haven.
They had a bunch of they had a great selection of stuff up, and they had this kit. They had a
great selection of stuff up, right?
This is for the Mosaic Cal. I don't know who.
It's there
by Weaver Knits.
Yeah,
it doesn't have
I think it's like Kim Weaver or whatever. It's linked down below.
So Mosaic Cal, and this kit.
I'm not sure what her first name is.
Was up there. This yarn is by Primrose Yarn Co.
Primrose Everdeen.
And this is the Homestead Worsted as well as the Roan DK. The DK is a 3-ply. It's 230 yards. And it's 60% American superwash merino, 40% domestic non-superwash merino. And it's locally mill spun, hand-dyed in York, Pennsylvania. So the Homestead Worsted is a 3-ply, and it's 150 yards.
So Ann Weaver.
Ann Weaver.
Yeah.
So in the Roan, I purchased...
This is cool how this comes.
I don't... the colorway is called True Calm. And then in the Homestead, it's called Burnout. So here's the 2 colors. This would make the small cowl. I wanted to do the large one. So I got a second one of each.
As one does.
As one does. So you can see that these are... Actually, no, they're pretty good.
They're really good.
These really remind me of the way that
spin cycle
looks.
Yeah. With the different colors and...
Yeah, so... Yeah, it's going to be a nice,
I'm jelly.
fun little pattern. So I got that. I've never knit with this yarn, so I'm excited to knit with it and see how it works.
It looks like rustic, but... Yeah, totally rustic.
No.
But soft.
No, it's very... I mean, it
feels
incredibly
substantial.
well.
Yeah, it is. It feels strong.
This feels like it's going to be a very squishy yarn. The whatchamacallit, the Homestead Worsted.
Yeah.
I love this color.
Me too.
So, and actually, these are just slightly different in color too. It's interesting. I mean, you obviously hand dyed, but these you could just see right there on screen. They're just slightly different.
They're a little different. Yeah.
So I'll probably.
Alternate.
I feel like this one is a little bit darker, so I'll put the darker yellow with the lighter green.
Oh, that's
and
fun.
Vice versa.
Okay.
So that was that.
Cool, but it's color work too, so it shouldn't be that bad. Or
No,
it's
I
mosaic.
mean it's mosaic,
yeah.
so it's gonna be fun.
Yeah. And then I was very excited to get this because if you all remember, which I just had them, they're over there. I can't reach them, but I think during our shop hop, I had gotten the earth yarns to make some socks. It was earth unique fingering. And then a lot of you had said, because there was no nylon or anything and it was just 100% superwash merino, a lot of you said that they make an actual unique sock. And they come in 50-gram minis. Well, our Knit New Haven happens to carry them. So I got some. So this is the unique sock by Earth Yarn. It's self-striping. This is a matching kit. This is color number 56, which is absolutely one of my favorite colors.
I love 56.
Yeah. But how fun. It's like a rainbow. Right?
That looks like that's a knee-high sock.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe that person has a small foot.
You know what? Why can't I just knit? Well, so here's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to do toe up. Yeah. So I'm going to do toe up because I want to use most of the yarn. So I'll do Jenny's Magic cast on or something. There's another one that I wanted to do. Somebody was talking about. I can't remember what it was. Was it Michael? Somebody was talking about a toe up, casting on a toe up sock using a different technique that I hadn't seen before on one of the podcasts that we watched. Anyway, so I'm going to do toe up on these. I'm not sure when I'm going to start them because then once I get my foot and everything done, I'm going to just knit and just see how long I can go. So I'm excited about this. They're two 50-gram minis, 220 yards each, 75% extra fine superwash merino and 25% nylon, made in Turkey. And then for every purchase, they plant a tree. And then if you share a picture of your socks, finished or in progress using the hashtag #knit1plant1, we will plant an additional tree for every post.
Did you do that last time?
No, I just learned about it on this box. It didn't say that on the ball band. This box has a plethora of information. So I'm excited about that. So that should be fun. A lot of you had said that you love the sock set. Or you know what I mean.
And then I have one more thing.
Me too.
Here, we can show them at the same time.
Okay.
So Knit New Haven started carrying Sweet Georgia Tough Love sock. Yeah. So we each got a skein.
Just to try.
I bought, my colorway is Windswept.
Oh, I love that one. How come I didn't see that one?
And this is 80% superwash merino, 20% nylon, 425 yards.
Oh, I forgot to add these.
388 meters.
And mine is Fauna.
Fauna.
And this is beautiful. Reminds me of fall, for sure. This is what I'm thinking about doing a sock head, another sock head in.
This reminds me of the ocean.
It does. Or it's wintry.
Or like a lagoon.
A lagoon.
Water. Yeah, you know what? Maybe Frozen. Maybe Elsa made something like this somewhere.
Elsa probably did.
Yeah.
If Elsa was a knitter, that would be her colorway for sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Holy
folks.
crap, that was a lot.
That's
we have
all
like
the knitting
an
and yarning
explosion
stuff.
of riches. You all showered us with lots of love, but we also spent quite a bit of money, which is good.
So why don't we talk about what we've been reading and watching?
All right.
And that's how we'll end the episode.
Sure.
So I finished 2 books. I
feel like you've been finishing things left and right.
No, because remember, like, the Aragon book took me 3 years to read.
Yeah.
I
put it in the show
finished
notes already, I think.
by K.F. Breene. I had finished Warrior Fae Trapped and Warrior Fae Princess. That is books 7 and 8
Yep.
of her Day Witch Night Vampire series. It's like DV Envy, something like that.
Okay.
And now I'm reading book
I did not put it in there
9,
because you didn't tell me.
which is I pulled it up on the iPad and I forgot to tell you.
Oh.
So I'm reading Revealed in Fire, which is book 9. So
Reveled or revealed?
Revealed? Oops.
Revealed. Yeah.
Revealed in Fire. So we are kind of back at Regan. So if you guys don't know this series, it's a like vampire shifter bounty hunter series. And the first 3 books, your main character is Regan.
Is that by K.F. Breene as well?
Yeah, same one. And your third books, so that's books 1 through 3, books 4 through 6. Your main character is Penny, who is a witch. And then in books 7 and 8, your main character is Charity. Yeah, Charity.
I love that name.
Is it Charity? Yeah. Yep. And now we're back to Regan being the main character, but all of the characters from the 3 previous series are all making appearances in this, and this is going to just wrap up the entire series. So I'm excited. They're quick reads.
Nice.
I just started the second book a couple nights ago, and I'm about a quarter of the way through that. And then I'm still listening to Wolfsong on Audible by TJ Klune. That is the Green Creek series, Green River series, something like that, which is the shifter male-male romance, which I love. And it's just nice to read or to listen to that, and it brings me joy.
Good.
So that's what I've been reading.
Wonderful.
And you?
I am still reading, which I think I'm almost done actually. I'm still reading King of Scars by Leigh Bardugo. It is book 1 of the duology, the third duology in the Grishaverse. I'm actually really enjoying it. There was one section in the book where I was like, ooh, that's a little far-fetched, and I think I might have talked about this last time, but I'm over it, and it's totally awesome. One thing now, like in books, the main parties split up kind of, and then you jump from one to like the other. Mm-hmm. They've split up now. There's 3 different storylines. So we're jumping from 3 different storylines, which just when things get like so exciting for one, then you jump to like the second one, and then things get exciting there, and then you jump to the third one. So by the time you get back to the first one, you're like, oh, I completely forgot. And then you almost feel like you have to get like reinvested in the story again. So I think we're getting to the point where they're hopefully going to like, some of their paths are going to start crossing again, which I'm really excited about. But I think they do a good job with character development. I think they do a good job linking back the previous 2 series.
Okay.
Because they mention a lot of those names. They don't give you all of the details about them. Sometimes when you're starting like a third book or a third series, the author spends some time talking about like, hey, Kevin, who was a knitter in the previous blah, blah, blah. Like it goes on and on. Like they don't do that. It just, they mention
Which is nice because sometimes it's awful.
Yeah. Especially for me, it's been nice because I've been reading them straight through. So if you have not read the first 2 series, then like, what is it? Bone, Blood and Shadow and Bone. And then I don't know what the middle one is. And then you may not get some of the references if this is the only series that you read. So I would recommend reading those first 2 series first. It's been really good though. Yeah, it's been really good.
Nice.
Yeah, they develop a lot of
I still have
really
to read
good character
that.
developments.
I have a lot to read. I still need to read that series.
Yeah. So when I'm done with that, I'm for sure gonna read the second one. and I'm gonna finish the duology.
Okay.
Obviously,
We have to decide if we're going to do Discovery.
I know,
which
the
is
read
real
along.
time read because that's
Yeah.
coming up in about a month now,
Yeah.
or just under a month.
totally.
So that's what we've been
That's
reading.
what we've been
I guess.
reading.
All right, watching.
Watching.
So one, I'm going to talk about a podcast quick because we've
I'm
watched.
glad you're bringing this up because I feel like we've meant to bring him up a few times.
We've watched all of his episodes. So he has 5 episodes now.
Yeah.
This is Jonathan Day on YouTube,
Yes.
right? Mm-hmm. So his episodes, so it's Jonathan's Day's Knitting. His episodes are really great. He loves using non-superwash yarn. He's
Yeah.
a garment and sock knitter.
He's over across the
and-
pond.
He's originally from Ireland, but he currently resides in England.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's just I've really enjoyed his episodes.
Me too. He's got a lot of information. A lot of his techniques. I think his pattern choices are really cool.
I'm wondering if that's where you heard of the toe up.
Maybe Jonathan,
last
was that
episode.
you? Because yes, it was him. I think it was him because he knits his socks toe up.
Does
right?
he?
And he says like he knits his socks like when he's on break or something like that, or
Yeah,
lunch
he
break.
did at work.
But he had mentioned I think he knits his socks toe up, and I think he uses a different cast on.
We'll have to check.
We'll have to see.
But yeah, so
But I think it was him.
so definitely check him out.
Yeah, really cool, really cool.
Yeah, I really enjoy his
me too.
channel.
Yeah.
So other than that, we've finished watching SEE on Apple TV Plus. It's only available there. It's produced by Apple. We talked about this last episode. It's 9 episodes, I think, for the season. Season 2 will be coming out soon. So the whole premise is that in the 21st century, there's a pandemic. And due to that, only 2 million humans survive, and they all lose their eyesight, and that continues to future generations. So in the very, very far future,
I think it's a few hundred years. I don't think it's past a few hundred years.
No,
Maybe
I mean,
like
it's
150 to 200 years.
I mean, it's
later.
quite a bit older.
Yeah, it's definitely far away.
Nobody knows what sight it, like nobody has sight. They're not used to it.
They forget what that even is.
It's like a myth almost. It's also now
And it's
considered
taboo.
a curse. Like religion's against it. So this whole thing. So it's been cool to watch how people adjusted to life without having sight.
Yeah.
The entire species. So there's politics, war, but then children are being born who have sight.
Yeah.
So how that's affecting their world, and it's really cool. The scenery's beautiful. I checked the other night. It's actually filmed in British Columbia, and I want to go to this place that they've showed in the last.
I don't know
2
how
episodes.
real that Lavender Road is though, because that would be beautiful. If
It
was.
really would be, but
Yeah.
it's a really good show. I'm excited for season 2.
Me too. I was very surprised at
was
how
too.
much I liked this show. The first episode was great. The first couple episodes were good, but then like as things unfold, you're like,
Yeah.
whoa. The acting is superb.
I thoroughly
Yeah,
enjoyed it. And
totally.
then what the hell else did we watch? We said something right before
Yeah,
we
so
came up
we
here.
also did
I have no idea.
I do, but it's on the tip of my tongue. See?
I don't know.
I don't know. We watched a lot of The Irish People.
We did watch a lot of the Tri Channel. We watched a lot of podcasts this time around.
We did.
We did.
A lot of people had podcasts.
Yeah.
Which was nice to see.
Yeah. And I don't know. I don't know what else we did.
I don't know either. I think there was one other thing, but you started playing video games last night, which was kind of
started.
neat.
I played for like an hour.
I know, but it was nice to like sit there.
I
and-
love a video game.
Me too, and I like watching you play video games, like because I feel like we like the types of games that you play. Sometimes like you have to figure things out. Sometimes you know what I mean.
I'm trying to think what
nice.
else. I watched The Princess Bride yesterday. I watched Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone yesterday, extended version. I've been watching Virgin River here and there. I almost done with season 3.
Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe that's it.
It might be it.
I don't know.
I think there was something else in there, but it's probably not.
Oh, Dune. There we go.
Dune, you're
yes.
right.
So we watched
Oh yeah.
the previews for the new Dune movie.
We
coming
watched
out with,
that on the Monday when we were like hungover.
Yes. No, we weren't hungover.
Oh, we weren't hungover.
No.
We were just like fat pigs. We just like wanted to veg out and eat on,
Right.
on the couch.
So there's the new Dune movie coming out in theaters in I think like October with Jason Momoa, Timothy Chalamet, Zendaya, Oscar Isaacs, like Brolin dude who played Thanos. Like seriously, a phenomenal cast. And I love the Dune miniseries that showed on Sci-Fi in the 90s. And I have it, and I have Children of Dune, but I'm missing one of the discs. So I'm just like going through YouTube one day, and it shows all three episodes 1, 2, and 3 of the Dune made for TV series, and it's so much better.
About this last podcast?
No, okay. I don't think so. We talked about it on our knit night 2 weeks ago. So because we had watched that like Sunday and Monday.
He's snoring.
So yeah, so that was lovely to watch.
It was fun.
That's something that we watched a lot of.
So we should do Children of Dune next.
Okay. I love Children of Dune.
Yeah.
That's the first time I was introduced to what's his face, James McAvoy.
Yeah.
And that's it, I think. I think that's everything this time.
I think so too.
So hopefully
so today marks the last day of the I-91 shop hop. And just a reminder, I mean, we're going to close the giveaway tomorrow. So if you watch this now and you're in the area,
if you go,
I don't know what the storms are going to do, and what that does for some of these shops, but we're going to close the giveaway tomorrow. All we ask is that if you've been participating in the shop hop, you just post a picture of yourself outside the yarn shop or with your goodies or whatever from that shop to be entered using hashtag NATR91. And we've got a couple of entries, which is really cool. And it looks like one person actually hit all the shops, which has been...
That's awesome.
Incredible. So, there's that, and then... I think that's about it.
So...
And congratulations again, Lynn, for winning our 10,000 subscriber giveaway. And for those people who are finishing up some projects or have their projects on hold for our Let's Hear It for the Boys... Get on it, because I think we've only got like a week left.
Correct.
All right.
Well, everybody, thank you for joining us and sticking around. And we're going to go continue to prepare for a tropical storm. And then we will see y'all in a fortnight.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, guys.